Hello, and on today's very special episode of Show Me What You Got, we will be reviewing the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. I've got loose figures here, I've got in the package figures, and I've got all the DVDs here, so I can show you and give you a short review of all of these items. I'm a little out of breath here because I've just been running around. I got a lot of things to do today. So anyway, moving forward. Alright, so these are the out of the package figures. You can see I have them all posed here. I'm not going to change their poses because this is how I have them displayed in my room. Here's Karai. She's a pretty cool figure. You can take her mask off. It's a very tiny little piece, so you gotta be real careful with it. And that's what she looks like without the mask. Kind of like her better without the mask, but for the sake of keeping her complete, I keep the mask on. Plus then she's in like battle mode. She's ready to fight. Casey Jones is another cool figure with a mask. There he is without the mask. Doesn't look quite as good without the mask. With the mask he looks a lot cooler. Like Jason Voorhees or something kind of. So this one, he moves around. His legs are a little looser than the other ones. So I got a bunch of them here. I got this character, Tiger Claw. He's one of my favorite newer characters, and Fish Face. Two of my favorite newer villains from that series. Of course, Shredder back here. His legs are a little loose also. April. And then we've got, all the turtles. Leonardo. We've got both of his swords. This thing to hold them and everything. Donatello here. And Michelangelo. And those are the only weapons I have for them. What's with them. So that's all that's included with those. But these aren't for sale. These are in my collection. Maybe one day I'll sell them as a set. But I also picked up recently a splinter in the package that was pretty badly damaged, and I'm not sure if I want to keep him in my collection or if I want to unbox him, or I haven't been sure, but today I think I'm going to unbox him and put him with the other ones because the box is pretty badly damaged. So as you can see, the box is really kind of not really worthwhile holding on to it in the box. I don't know, maybe if I was going to resell it or something later on, but I don't know. This one I think I'm going to take him out of the box. Okay, so I'm going to show you the rest of my other Ninja Turtles that I have, and I'm going to talk about the series a little bit. Okay, so this is one I'm going to save for last. This is Muckman. This came out after Rise of the Ninja Turtles came out, and this was the Sewer Squad special bonus pack you buy with Muckman. They had Muckman in the bubble like this on the card, but he was a pretty rare figure. It came out at the end, and that became one of the holy grails or one of the gems out of that collection. Okay, so I have a bunch of figures. Actually, let me start with the DVD series here. Let me push these all aside. There's a little too many of them there. It gets too busy. Okay, so here is what the entire Ninja Turtles Nickelodeon series looks like on DVD. And the reason I felt this was important is because this is an excellent series in my opinion. I really liked the continuity throughout the whole thing, how the storyline progressed and everything. I thought they did a really good job of harkening back to, like the early series, earlier characters. They did a good job on redesigning a lot of the characters. Some of them not so much. There were a few that kind of, weren't such good redesigns. A couple new characters that kind of weren't that great in my opinion. And also a couple figures that they should have made. Like they definitely should have made Mona Lisa they should have made Renee the Time Lord. That's one figure they never made. I never saw that figure anywhere, and that's such a cool character that's been around since the earliest series. So the reason that I wanted to include this is because it took me a decent amount of research just to find all the DVDs in this set, because instead of being like season 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, this one says it's the second and first season. This one says this one doesn't say it's the third season. This is part 1 and part 2 of season 3, part 1 and part 2 of season 4. I don't know, something like that. It's broken down into a whole bunch of different parts, and you don't know which one's which season. But there's only 5 seasons, and this is all of the DVDs that they are. So I'll run through and show you the cover art real quick, and beyond that, I don't think there's any point in really talking about these too much more, other than it was an excellent series. If you haven't seen it, you should really check it out. So that's the box art for that one, and this is what season 1 looks like, and season 2. And then here's the next few parts. We have Retreat, and then Revenge. I think that's the order they were in, I'm not sure. Return to New York City. Yeah, I don't know. I think I got them out of order there. I think it's Retreat, then oh no, that's right. Retreat, Return to New York City, and then Revenge. And then Beyond the Known Universe. Earth's Last Stand. Super Shredder. Wanted, Bebop and Rocksteady. And then Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the final chapters. It's broken up into 3 parts: Monsters vs. Mutants, the Samurai, and Mutant Apocalypse, which is a pretty cool one. The Mutant Apocalypse one was really good. I like that one. So that's it for the DVD series. Alright, on to my in the package figures, which these are really cool figures. I didn't go into it talking about them a lot, but the feel of the plastic and everything, the posability. A lot of posability doesn't really do a whole lot for me, because over time, if you pose them too much, they get loose and don't want to stay. And if there's too many joints, then they just flop all over the place. They won't stand up. But since these all have pretty big feet for the most part, they all stand really good. The weapons are like in silver and stuff, which is cool, because the original figures, they were all brown and didn't look right. But I mean, you can't really beat the original figures, but so yeah, I highly recommend them. I think the Playmates did a good job on the 2012 figures. They're sculpted really well. They look like the cartoon, in my opinion. Maybe not highly detailed as far as paint and everything, but really good job, I think. And I wish they would go back to stuff more like that, kind of. I don't know. Okay, so here's the first one I pulled out. This is Serpent Karai. Not my favorite figure. I do like Karai. I do like her in her serpent form. She looks cooler without having the mask on and off. You just put the mask on, it looks best like that. The only thing I wasn't a huge fan of is the snake arms. I don't ever like that in any character. I think that's stupid, but she still looks cool. Alright, and to keep up with Karai, this is the better version in my opinion, and the more rare version, the Tonto Swordmaster Karai. It's the one I showed earlier out of the package. And that's pretty cool. She's pretty much in perfect condition. It's probably my favorite one out of this set that I have, that I own. Alright, now I'm going to start doing them in 2s real fast. I have Slash here. Not a huge fan of how they redid Slash as far as the figure. That was one of my favorite figures from the early series. And another one of my favorites was Metalhead, because I just liked having like an expanded Ninja Turtle team, you know, with the robot turtle and the big snapping turtle mutant, you know, they looked cool together. So there's those two. I think they did a good job with this one. I saw some really awesome repaints, custom paint jobs of this one early on when they shortly after they came out with them, and the same with this one. People custom painted them, but I think the head looks a little too small on this one. Next up is April and Casey Jones. They're all pretty much in perfect condition. I don't know what to say about them. Casey Jones is a good figure. It's a good version of April. I like this version of April in the cartoon. I like how they made her a kind of weech. Brought that all into the storyline with more of the Japanese culture and everything. Kind of did like a Dark Phoenix thing, giving her like psychic powers. That was kind of cool too. And I got Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't think this is like the best redesign of Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't think it's a fan favorite either. I did really like this version of Bebop in the cartoon. I thought he was really cool, that he was kind of like Michael Jackson. But yeah, there's Bebop and Rocksteady. Those are pretty cool. I bought a bunch of these. I bought 3 of them each when I got them so that I could resell them, because they were pretty sought after at the time. I got them from Walmart. This is probably my second favorite one in my in the box collection, and that's Tiger Claw. He's pretty cool. He's a tiger mutant. The figure looks awesome. The character's awesome in the cartoon. He's just a total ass kicker for a bad guy. He's a bounty hunter. He's like the Boba Fett of the 2012 Ninja Turtles. He's like one of the coolest villains. And then he kind of became like a mini Shredder later on after Shredder died, and he's leading like this cult of Shredder to bring Shredder back. That's pretty cool. He kind of became like the head villain at one point. Then here's Shredder. I really like this character redesign of Shredder also for the cartoon. I think this is one of the best character redesigns. They made him really ruthless. They did a good job on the figure. And then I think the ones I have left here are the Turtles. Raphael, Michelangelo. Awesome. Michelangelo's a party dude. Raphael's a rude dude. Michelangelo is like the chef. He makes all the pizzas. I think I liked Michelangelo the best when I was a kid, but as I'm getting older, this one has a sticker on it. As I'm getting older, I think I like Donatello a little more. Donatello is pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm back and forth. I think I like those two equally. Leonardo has the second coolest weapons, maybe, other than the nunchucks. And then I think Donatello's weapon's third coolest, even though it's just a stick. I think the size kind of suck, but whatever. Raphael likes them. So Donatello does machines. Leonardo's the leader of the team. Alright. Uh-oh, I spilled my water. That was very attractive on camera noise. Oh, I forgot about these two. These are my other favorite ones that I have out of this series. I really liked this character a lot, the Neutralizer. I like how he looks like the Punisher. He's kind of like the Terminator and the Punisher mixed with a mutant alien newt guy. Yeah, that's an awesome figure. I'd really like to take him out of the package, but maybe I'll just buy an out of the package one someday. This is probably one of the earliest ones I got, because as soon as I saw this in the stores, I was like, I gotta get that one. And I think that's where it actually started, when I got Neutralizer. This might have been one of the second ones I got, was Razar. And this was a really cool redesign of Razar, having him go from Dog Pound, which I didn't like Dog Pound. I thought that was an ugly looking figure and character. But then after he got mutated a second time and turned into Razar, then he looked awesome. This zombie werewolf mutant is awesome. So I think this one's pretty rare and sought after too. So they're excellent. The 2012 series is excellent. The toy line, everything. The DVD, the series, the DVD line. I don't know. It's kind of stupid how they broke up the DVDs, but well, it looks like I did open this and re-tape it at one point. I think I did a whole review of Muckman, so maybe I'll just take clips from Muckman and show it, but I do have the Muckman too. Yeah, I did a special on Muckman, I remember now. I did that when I got it, so I reviewed it and opened it. I'm not going to review it and open it again, but what I am going to do is I am going to take this splinter out of the package, because as you can see, all my other ones are pretty much pristine and perfect, and this is not going to fit in with the package collection so well. So I think the best thing to do is take him out of the package, because even out of the package with his weapon here, his staff and his tail and everything, he gets for like $30, I think, roughly. Around $45 in the package nowadays. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop him out of this destroyed package anyway, since it's already destroyed. Something I don't do too often is take figures out of the package. It took me several months of contemplating if I wanted to take this toy out of the package or not. Well, that's a good sign when the parts fall off before you have it all the way out. That's how you know that that's one of the pieces to hold on to, because it's going to be rare, because it's going to fall off. To do an ASMR video, 9 hours of crinkling action figure packaging. No, we're not going to do that. Okay, it looks like his feet. His feet are actually kind of cool. I am having all the time getting this thing off. Okay, there we go. So, let's get his tail on here first thing. That's not how it goes on, apparently. The 2012 Splinter, the way that they did him in the show, the way they redesigned the character and how they made him like really meditated and just an ass kicker, you know, he was awesome. And they had the fight scenes, how he would bite, you know, and imagining the force of a giant rat person, you know, when he'd get like inches away from Shredder's face. I thought that they redesigned Shredder or Splinter so well in the 2012 series that he was probably my favorite character of the series. And he's like such a simple character, you know. But I thought that Splinter was like the most ass kicker, badass character in the whole series. And the guy who voiced him did it perfectly. I saw one of these in the package signed by the voice actor, and I really wanted it. It was about $100, but I don't think it's there anymore. So now I have Splinter, and I can put him on display with my other Ninja Turtles. So they've all been reunited at last. Not the bad guys. But Karai too. Excuse me. Oh, they also should have made Sheeny, which was a really cool character. Shinigami, what's her name? Shinigami? Did I just say a racial slur? I didn't mean to. So yeah, this is a really excellent series. Got Splinter, got a whole new collection, and I think that's where I'm going to conclude it. This episode ran a little long. This is the Ninja Turtles special of Show Me What You Got.